Hey, my friends, Andrew Axum with Axum Outdoor Adventures. Thanks for joining me. Going to talk a little bit about knives today. I like to collect knives, and by collect, I don't mean I have nice felt-lined display cases full of case and other name brand knives. I mean, I pick up every broken and leftover knife I find and try to do something with them. Did get a hold of this kind of cool one recently, and it is black on one side, mother of pearl on the other, and I could not figure out how to open this knife for anything. It doesn't have like a thumb groove on either side of the blade. I tried swiveling the bolsters or anything. What I finally figured out on accident was that if you hold the blade a certain direction, and I think it's maybe up, yeah, and push in on it, it opens, and there's a little hook in there. And the way that this works is there's a bar inside of there that swivels with gravity. And I thought it was broken at first, but it actually is supposed to be that way. And that bar slides into that hook there. So if you want to close it, you push it shut. And I guess it's the other way. With the blade down, you push in, that bar hooks into that groove in there. My mother had this at her house, and we recently found it, and I just thought that was the coolest little thing. But that's not actually what I wanted to show you today. I wanted to show you a cool way that I have to sharpen knives. It's not anything I discovered or came up with, but it's kind of a cool little system that works for me. My dad bought me one of these Rada, whatever however you pronounce it, knife sharpeners. It's just a couple of high carbon steel washers in there, I think. You've probably seen these at Subway. I've noticed them on their counters back there of the sandwich artist. And what you do is you kind of rake that through there, and it gets the edge on there initially. And so these work really well for getting kind of a crude or rough edge on there. But I kind of realized one day I'd spent a lot of money on different diamond hones and different knife sharpening systems. And I realized I already had a pretty good one in my kitchen knife set. This steel that comes in most people's kitchen knife sets, this is a Victorinox one, so it's a decent quality steel. But this is great for putting a smooth edge on after you get a rough edge on with that. And I'll show you in just a second. I'll sharpen one of my knives here that's needed it for a little bit. But a buddy of mine told me that if you can find a steel that's smooth and doesn't have those little lines or grooves in it, that those actually work even better. I don't have one. I've never used one, so I can't speak to that, but that's what I've heard. But I do know that with some of the old junk knives that I use, getting a crude edge on them with this and then kind of feathering it down or putting the finer edge on with this really works well. I'm going to move the camera back and sharpen my pocket knife now and let you guys see. So this is my daily carry. It is a Kershaw. I forget the exact name of that. It's got some mud and stuff on it. I'll scrape that off there, but this is needed sharpened for a little bit. And so I'm going to go ahead and try to let you guys see what I'm doing here. Just pressing down, putting a crude edge on there, getting the biggest burrs off and stuff. And if you're some kind of knife sharpener aficionado and you're saying, that guy's an idiot, he's doing it wrong, this is how it works for me. This makes stuff cut, and that's what I need. So I got a decent crude edge on there. But I'm going to go ahead and and normally I put a little more time into it than this, but I'm trying to just show quickly here kind of, and just kind of scrape those rough burrs off. Try to keep it as even as you can. I mean, as far as the angle, try to keep it the same on either side. And my wife always yells at me. So it's not a complicated system. It's not super expensive. You might already have this in your kitchen. These I think you can get on Amazon for 10, 15 bucks. I've had this one for 20 years, so I don't know, but I do know I've seen them on Amazon. Again, not a complicated system, works well for me, helps me cut things when I need to cut things. Hey, if you've enjoyed this little tip or any of my videos, don't forget to go down and give me a like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.